Hey guys, welcome back. So, in my favorite village of all time, Whiterun. Reason being, I got my house, which is central storage at this stage in my game. I've got the crafting, I've got alchemy, I've got everything I need right here centrally located. Alright folks, now I just got done doing 3 really big... Actually, I'm going to go up to the castle here. I just got done doing a really big quest video. I did like 2 actual quests in there, and then I dabbled around with some other caves, so we got all sorts of loot on us. So now what I'm going to do is actually get a little bit closer to my enchanting table here.
Divine smile on you.
And I'm going to disenchant a whole bunch of stuff. First thing I'm going to do here. Okay, now you cannot disenchant the staffs, just in case you were wondering. The sole purpose for me grabbing extra staffs is to sell to mages. And I always like to make sure I have everything that I possibly can disenchanted. And this actually bumps up your enchanting skill in the process. So now if you've got 2 of something, let's say you've got 2 things in here that does stamina damage, figure out which one of the 2, sells better, and then disenchant the other one. Okay, I need to keep my smithing and my alchemy stuff for now, just until I can get my own stuff. Crafted. Okay guys, so you can see some things count more than others while you're disenchanting. You really never know until you actually disenchant it. But I just bumped my enchanting up twice, just trying to get るof some weight here. So now again, the secondary stuff that I have, I can either sell it off, or just keep it for my own use. Alright folks, so in addition, while I'm still overweight and I'm at the mage, so it's kind of like a one-stop shop for getting rid of excess weight.
It seems this damnable conflict
I see whatever soul gems I can buy, and then I get rid of all those staffs I don't want anymore. And you can also check for new books. Periodically as you're leveling your skills, different spell tombs will start appearing. Now these are all directly linked to your magic schools in your perk tree. So like destruction, as that levels up, you'll get different destruction spells. As your conjuration levels up, you'll get different conjuration spells, and so on. Okay, always buy the empties, folks. Can't get enough. I've got a few, yeah, we need, at this stage in the game, we need them all. Okay, now if, I was more on the ball, I would have went and gave a piece of gold to a beggar and got that speechcraft up for the gift of charity. I just wasn't thinking. Okay, now don't sell him the amulets. We need those for home crafting, and they're real tough to come by. Now, maybe once you get 3, you need 3 for each, 1 for each house. So 3 houses. Maybe keep an extra one for yourself. So once you get 4 or so, then maybe you can start selling them. But again, for right now in the game, absolutely hold on to that stuff. And remember I mentioned, we're going to craft a whole bunch of jewelry. This is the kind of stuff we're going to craft. So yeah, this is why I say, the stuff we do at the smithing can be sold here in the way of jewelry. I'll hold on to the cheaper ones for right now, just to make sure I can get through the enchanting that I want to do. So for right now, yeah, I got a couple of circlets to play with. And, I could even sell them that again. No penalty in the game there. Books, you can always sell the bump books that we've been holding on to. They don't sell for a lot, but, something's better than nothing. And then as far as misc, I really never sell them anything out of misc. Unless I'm hurting that bad for gold. But, wow, that's only if I really don't need the soul gems for any other purposes. And right now, at this stage in the game, the answer is we need them for other purposes. Alright, so that's pretty much all I can do right now at this station. Guys, this is going to be a big video, so I'm going to try to cut a lot of snippets out, so if all of a sudden I'm at the enchanter, and then the video flips to, say, a smith or something like that, you didn't miss anything. That's just, trying to cut a bunch of excess time out, because like I said, it's going to be a big video. There's going to be smithing, there's going to be enchanting, there's going to be buying and selling, there's going to be alchemy, there's just going to be... Everything is going to go right into leveling right now. And ultimately what I want to do is at least get my couple of more perk points that I need so that I can craft my next round of bows. Because guys, yeah, we're combat capable right now, but the trick to the game is to pace, or I should say outpace, the levels at which you're accelerating to your damage output. So I'll talk more about that here in a moment. Okay, now, as far as buying and selling goes, I'm getting at that stage in my game where I've got some selling power. And folks, if you've been following along, you've already watched me craft a bunch of these, but I'm not done. I've got tons of more Blue Mountain Flower and tons of more hanging moss, wherever it is. Apparently I don't know my alphabet. And I actually have some more stored at the house. So yeah, I might go grab that, you know. But wow, I've got an awful lot of selling power already on me. So that being said, this is the point in the game where I'm probably going to start buying some, you know, other things that I know I can get my money back from. So, you know, this lock picking, if you're having trouble out there lock picking locks, or, you know, if you want to have an easier time with those expert or master picks, or, you know, locks when we come to them, you can buy something like that, sure. And again, I've got the selling power to cover that. Now, for me, it's not a priority, so I'm going to forego it. You know, I might just buy it so I can disenchant it real quick. Matter of fact, yeah, I'll do that since I'm talking about it. And, you know, that'll just only help me with my... alteration. That's another good one to disenchant. Now, remember, all the stuff you're buying, and then, you know, all the potions you're going to subsequently sell, that's all counting toward your speech. So it's kind of like multi-purpose right now, what we're doing. Empty grand, I'll take it. So anything to do with those three things, enchanting, crafting, or smithing I should say. You know what, if I was smart I would have done that gift of charity a long time ago. There goes that speech again. Awesome. Be careful not to oversell your stuff. Now, also at this stage of the game, I'm going to start buying the stuff for house building. That's always going to be straw, glass, and goat horns. So now again, you know, I've got the buying power to cover that, or the selling power, I should say. Maybe if there's some full, like, lesser or petties, I'll buy those. Empty Grand Soul Gem, you already saw that. So yeah, I'm pretty much done here at this store. Barring wanting to get my gold back. Okay, so we did pretty good there. So now before I forget, I'm going to go get that gift of charity as soon as I download some of this weight I just scooped up.
I've got your back.
You're the best. Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart.
Okay, now you might notice there's a new dialogue option there on her particularly. Some of the children don't have homes, and there's even an orphanage in the game. So if you have, you know, a home bot, whether you're married or not, you can adopt kids, and those come with perks, and I'll get into that in another video. I just kind of wanted to let you know that's why the new dialogue option is there. Okay, now again, just kind of continuing to get rid of some of this excess weight. Now, I don't have a ton of stuff I can sell at this vendor right now. I won't have that until I craft all the daggers and get them enchanted. Which is good because I don't really have anything I want to buy here right now anyway. So I'll just go ahead and dump that bow off. And take some of her gold at least. And you can actually take that weapon that we gave her earlier out. We're going to do this again here in a minute, so it's not going to be hurting her to have that on hand for now to sell. Again, just because I want to get as much money out of her as I possibly can.
The finest.
Here, everything pelt that I have, I craft it down into leather. And I'll probably craft a whole bunch of leather strips at this point. Not overly, though. You still need a lot of leather back. More orcish ingots, which is awesome. Now, I don't want to dump a bunch of money into her, and I'm not even thinking ahead right now. It should be early in the day before I start doing this, so I have time to craft all this stuff up, get up there, enchant it all, and get back here and sell it so I can get my money back. Okay, now that leather weighs a lot. 2 pounds per piece, so keep that in mind. When you craft that down, you're not necessarily saving weight right away. That comes when you start, you know, dumping it into the actual crafting. And while you're at it, you can go ahead and dismiss her. Or actually, I think the store works anyway, as long as you're in the house.
Some might call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Okay, so sure enough, that's just another store that you have access to. Now be careful not to buy back the stuff that you gave her. And I don't know now what I gave her and what's for sale, so I'm just going to kind of back out of here at this point. But if you want to see what the store has made so far...
We have a cozy little profit. Here.
200, so it's been about 2 day and night cycles in Skyrim since the last time I checked. All but one ore, don't forget, always keep one behind on that, especially. So now I've got some silver ingots, and I've got some gold ingots. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of jewelry crafting here. But before I do anything, I want to buy. And before I do that, I want to pass time and make sure it's 8 a.m. So a couple more seconds here, I'll be able to access that store. Now, I'm already overweight, but that's okay. I'm going to craft a whole bunch of just dummy stuff. So in the meantime, I want to see how many dummy soul gems I've got, so I know how many daggers I can sell off, you know, the excess. I don't want to, you know, carry all that excess weight up to the enchanting table with a bunch of daggers I don't have soul gems for anyway, in other words. So 24 dummy soul gems. Okay, good deal. Okay, it's a new day, so I always like to go back through the inventory, see if anything new popped in there. Doesn't look like it did. Okay, here's what I'm more interested in right now. I want the Dwarven ingots, because I'm about to craft Dwarven stuff. Okay, so I've got the whole day now to get my crafting done. So first things first, I'm going right for the jewelry. So now, unfortunately, I don't have a whole bunch of, you know, real good, you know, gemstones to combine with the gold, which is super unfortunate. At some point in the game, that'll start coming. The more we go out there and farm the ores. It's just not, you know, I'm not quite that far along yet. Ooh, I do have that I can craft. That sells good. Okay, now the silver guys, I want to put that where it's going to make the most money. That's probably going to be it right there. So 260, 380. So unfortunately I couldn't do much with my gold bars just yet. But we will. You know, don't worry about that. That is definitely coming. You know, 485, 700, 900, 1200. So yeah, when we start getting these gemstones, that'll really be when I pull that gold stuff back out and really start, you know, doing the jewelry crafting here. And I do have some of the gemstones for the silver stuff. Like I said, I just don't have the silver ingots right now. And that's another thing you can buy at the smiths usually. Alright guys, so now that the jewelry is done, it's going to go right to iron. Now again, I need 24. Okay, that's all my iron ingots. So don't forget, we need at least 24 to go up there and do enchanting with. So whatever I have above and beyond 24, I'll sell to her right now to get rid of the weight. So now I got 42 leather strips left. This is why I said don't overcook the leather, because it's 2 leather strips for 1 leather. Okay, so now I need to go cook more strips so I can get rid of the rest of that leather there. And now before I do all of the leather, I'm going to keep a few behind for my own armor upgrading. Okay, that just bumped my smithing skill up. Perfect timing on that. And again, getting rid of the extra weight.
To protect yourself?
What you usually keep. So let's see if I did that right. I did. Whew! Okay, so I just dropped a ton of weight there. And then in apparel, don't forget about those leather bracers. Those can all go bye-bye. Now notice she still has all that gold, which is great. So I got lucky this time. Passing time and going overnight to the next day, I got really lucky there, but I still need to hurry up so I can get all that gold back. Oh yeah, we can go ahead and...
You tried mercenary work? Sometimes I miss the soldier. You found it! I've been looking
clear
for...
that quest.
Thank you. Here, my
While
father
we're
had
at
a
it.
favorite sword and
Cool
shield
thing
tech-
too is he gives you a couple
Let
of
me teach it
bumps.
to you.
And that actually just put me over for leveling. Not a bad deal, Yo-Yo.
Right then.
Okay guys, I'm 1 perk point away now from having the perks I want to get all my next round of bow crafting done. So yeah, that'll happen here right now. As a matter of fact, I can duck in here to do some alchemy
Take a good
crafting.
Get in my potions.
I always
and
like to see what ingredients they got. And now I know I can get some of my money back for all this, so I'm definitely going to go to town here. Matter of fact, sometimes I just spam buy all this stuff. I don't even bother looking at it. Matter of fact. Just because I know for a fact I can get my money back. Oh, before I do that, I want to make sure that Gift of Charity is still working. It's supposed to be an hour real time, but I want to verify that. There it is. Wow, 6 minutes left. So yeah, I need to go
If you need a
help the
remedy.
beggar again here in a minute. I have a real bad tendency of forgetting this step whenever I buy and sell, and it costs me money. You're wasting me money!
Oh, thank you, Divine.
Okay, so go ahead and get
Bless
your hour
kind
reset
heart.
there.
All right?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Okay, so at some point in your game, you're going to have this happen. That's common. And that's a whole nother side quest, so that's another video. Just know for now that's okay. Okay, so I'm 10 away from my next perk point. I might, you know, want to get another level up to cover that. Because I want to try this here and see if that makes a difference when I craft the potion. I think I mentioned that a couple of videos ago. So just to demonstrate what I was talking about a few videos ago, go ahead and save the game here. Go ahead and craft a smithing potion. 37% better. You actually don't even have to craft it. So just notice it says, you know, 30 seconds, 37% better. So I'm going to go ahead and back out and put that perk in. The reason I saved the game is in case it doesn't work, I don't want to have wasted the perk. Okay, 47. So it absolutely does affect that stat. So I'm at, yeah, I need the perk. Okay, so I'm going to have to level up a couple of times here, and guys, honestly, this shouldn't be a problem. So I'm not going to craft that right now, because I'm going to increase this skill right now as we're working. So I'm just not going to craft that one is all. I'll come back to that when I get the skill bumped up more. For right now, I'm just going to craft all the dummy stuff I've got. Which I've got a lot of it, guys. Okay, I just got rid of all of those, and I still should have a whole bunch of blue mountain flowers still at the house, and I should have grabbed them, because that combines with all this other stuff, so I kind of brain farted there. Okay, here it is, guys. Real good, strong seller. I talk about it a lot, and it's for good reason. Look at that sucker go.
You have but to ask.
All really good sellers here. Okay, now I don't cook the ice ray teeth or the nim root because that's for questing. So unfortunately, you know, I'd love to do the potions, but I'm gonna hold my horses on that one for right now. That paralysis is a real good seller. Remember those juniper berries? Yeah. There it is, another level up. Okay, now when you have multiple options like this, always see what you can do. So that's 190, you know, try another one, 190, no good. 190, blah. Okay, so then, you know, maybe try another combination. Okay, so just... this is just kind of my process here to see if I can get the dollar amount up any. So that's just not a real good seller. But you know, you got this stuff. So I might come back to that one here in a moment. Neither is that one really. And see if there's any other damage I can do with any other parts. Okay, so it doesn't look like there is. So I'll just go ahead and, you know, get rid of a lot of this stuff. Alright guys, that was a lot of leveling there in alchemy. So if I really wanted to, I could put one more perk point right there, and that would make my smithing potion that much stronger. I just need to keep, you know, in my mind the awareness of the perk points that I do want for other things right now. So the ultimate goal, so yeah, you know, I'm gonna hold off on this just for this quick moment and see if I can get that other level up. What I really want to do, and guys, look, my archery is about to bump too, so, you know, right now the character leveling is more important to me. So I'm going to hold off on this just for the moment, just until I get my leveling stuff done. So what I really want to do is put a perk point into that, and put a perk point into that to get that Dwarven unlocked. And in tandem, I want to put another perk point here and here so I can get my Frost unlocked. So that's already 4. And then I wanted a 5th perk point. And now I can't even remember what that would have been for. Maybe it was the alchemy. And then when my enchanting hits 60, which we're actually going to do here real quick, I can actually dump another one there. So yeah, you know, I really need to kind of... Whoa, Haas, just a hot second here, and make sure I know what I'm doing with my perk points. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm overweight again. You know, clearly all those potions I just crafted up are going to start weighing. But it's okay. Follower can hold on to them, and I'm going to see what I can sell off here while I'm at it.
You should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and disenchant that. That can go. That's it for now. Okay guys, so that, again, that real boring process here. But now I've disenchanted a whole bunch of new stuff, so the formula might have changed a little bit. So what I always recommend is highlight the Petty Soul Gem, highlight the item, the dagger, and then go through your enchantments and see what's going to enchant the strongest. So that's 392 right now, not bad. Not good. Not good. Terrible. Not good. Ooh, 536 versus what was that? Ooh, there we go. Okay, so those both, and awesome. That's really, really good. So, yeah, that gives us better selling power now. So that's going to be my formula, guys. I'm just going to craft all 24 of those. And as I level up, you know, I'll keep looking at my perks on that, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I'm going to do that when I turn level 60. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and enchant my follower up a weapon so she has something enchanted in her inventory. And I'm real close to leveling here, folks. Notice the dollar amounts are going up as we go. That's because our enchanting is getting stronger and stronger. Now, of course, the soul gem affects that, so if some of these are petty versus lesser, that'll affect that price. Okay, wow. All I gotta do is fart or sneeze and I'm gonna level again. Now, I just ran myself out of soul gems, which is okay. Now that I got all these potions whipped up, if I really wanted to, I could come back to the general store, you know, and get some of the stuff that's enchanted just for disenchanting. For example, I don't have illusion yet. I don't have destruction yet. You know, that's not a priority, but again, I've got the selling power to back that up. So I am going to go ahead and do that just to further my speech. There's my level up. Alright, so I've cleaned out the alchemist and I've cleaned out the general store. Okay, I'm checking the other general store now, and I don't have fire yet, which is crazy. Normally that's like the first thing you find in the game. So, I don't know, you know, do I want to buy it and disenchant it? It's heavy, probably not right now. And honestly, I never use Scorching anyway, so for me personally, I'm going to pass on this, but, you know, Flame Damage is fun too. And get whatever gold I can out of him.
Anything to suit your needs.
Okay, she still has all that gold in her inventory? Perfect.
Let's get going.
Alright,
then.
so now before I do absolutely
You think
anything,
all the
guys,
council
dealing
my
with perk
father
points, I always put that hard save in place. Just in case I make a boo-boo, you know, anything can go wrong.
Let's just say
So save that game before you really start dumping them in. So I am going to go craft another alchemy potion, but I don't think I'm going to want to put that perk in here for that. Just because I don't think the difference in the potion is going to make a big difference at this stage. It might be just enough to push me over on, you know, a stat on one of my weapons, but maybe not. I'm not really convinced. So what I really want to do first, go right for that smithing. And again, if you make a mistake here, it's no sweat. You got that save working for you. Okay, so I'm up to Dwarven, so I'm going to go after that. And then when I get those things crafted and upgraded, I'm going after that frost enchantment. So now... Ooh... Because I think I'll get more out of the enchanting than I will whatever that potion might make a difference, you know, in the smithing upgrades. So guys, that's a real tough call. I mean, what you could do is, you know, throw the perk point in one or the other. Actually, you know what? Since I'm talking about it, I'm just going to do it.
Give a holler if you have any questions.
Okay, so I'm going to soft save here. And I'm going to craft one potion. Then I'm going to put that perk into alchemy. Kind of same trick we did before. Then craft another potion.
I offer remedies.
Okay, it goes up to 55, so pretty significant difference there. But is it significant enough to make a difference at the crafting stations?
Good pieces out.
Okay, before you do anything, make sure you get them smithing gauntlets on. Now, that doesn't matter for actually creating the item. Okay, now notice we have more stuff to choose from. You got steel here, whole bunch of goodies there you can choose from, and I don't use the steel. I usually jump right to Dwarven. Whole bunch of good stuff we can craft here. Now, I wouldn't recommend the armor, it's heavy. The bow is what I'm after right now. Okay, so, you know, gauntlets and potions don't matter right now. It's all about, it's just the base. See, I'm going to craft 2 bows. And then I'm going to go ahead and upgrade one.
Greymane's got that on.
So now remember, you're doing twice as much. So notice it's 25 base. That's a pretty significant jump from what we were able to do before. Before, we were able to get, like, lucky to get 4 or 5, you know, extra points on there. Yeah, 25 to 34. That's 9-point spread. Now, I haven't even drank the potion yet. So I'm going to drink that weaker one first. I think it was the 49. Okay, that takes me up to 38. Not a bad deal. That's the stronger potion now. Okay, still 38. So guys, that's why I say save the game and experiment first. So I'm not quite there yet. That difference in the potion isn't enough to affect it. So I'm going to take that perk point back via, you know, reloading that save. And then I'm going to dump that into the other one instead. Okay, so that perk's going to go right into enchanting. Beautiful.
Yorland Greymane's got that on. Man's steel is legendary.
And notice, as you're crafting these things, that really also helps to bump up your skill. So, you know, it's not just about doing it with a bunch of dummy daggers. Everything that you do, every time you take the time to do this process, everything's going up. So now, you know, getting back to that whole alchemy thing, if I can craft better potions down the road, and that'll make a bigger difference, guys, this isn't a waste of time. or say you didn't quite have the perk point to get that frost on there. This still isn't a waste of time. Do your round of stuff, you know, get the bow as good as you can get it, and then, you know, in a day or two when you get the other perk points that you need, then come do another round of crafting, do some more Dwarven bows, you know, upgrade them again, go re-enchant them. That just, you know, compounds the accelerations of your skills in their upgrading. Alright guys, now I'm going to make sure I've got my smithing gauntlets on. I do not. Alright guys, again I'm going to do a soft save here, just in case I make a boo-boo. I can't tell you how many times I've, like, drank the potion, and then I realized I forgot to put my smithing clothes on, so that's a good time. Okay, there it is, 49. Okay, go ahead and upgrade each bow. Okay, and that also does your smithing. Awesome, awesome. Now, I still got time left on that potion. I'm going to see if I can get any of my armor upgraded. Okay, no, I'm still not up there. So that's what I was saying, like earlier game when the stuff is lower level, it's really hard to get some of this stuff upgraded. And, you know, at some point I'm going to craft all sorts of clothes for smithing skill. That'll do it. That'll put the power in that I need behind, you know, these upgrades. But for right now, you know, I don't quite have all the soul gems to do all that just yet, so I'm going to hold off on that part. That's why I said this stuff is not a waste of time. You know, I'm going to keep recrafting the same stuff over and over, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Alright guys, so I'm going to take my two new beautiful bows, and I'm going to go enchant those puppies. Now I should have a couple of greater soul gems. This is the reason I took out those giants earlier on. Okay, so yeah, I've got 2 greater soul gems filled. Now if you don't have any filled, feel free to go hit up those spots I've showed you, you know, before. Or you can just go buy them. You know, sometimes the general goods vendors will have them for sale. And since we've got the potions now, we have the selling power to buy our gold back for that. Because those grand soul gems are a big purchase, guys. Greater ones, too. So, you know, ideally, what I would want to do now is go out and kill a bunch of big stuff. So, where is Silent Moon's camp? And the reason I'm confused right now is because I don't see the icon. There should be a giant camp here, so I must not have gotten close to it to unlock the marker. So, you know, I'd have to fast travel there or something first and then go to it. But yeah, you should get, you know, I think 2 or 3 giants there, and there's usually multiple mammoths. So, you know, soul trap them, get them killed, and get your soul gems filled. There's also usually a couple of roaming ones just freely walking around. Maybe a giant with a couple of mammoths just kind of walking around out in this area somewhere. Not always, but, you know, more often than not I can find them there. So, you know, if I really wanted to, I'd break away and go do all that killing real quick and come back with some better soul gems. But honestly, guys, we're going to be crafting better rounds of weapons here real soon. So, you know, I'd rather kind of put bigger, beefier soul gems into stronger, you know, higher attack power weapons. And just because we're early game and we're more limited on that stuff, I just feel like...
Could you Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart.
You know, with my limited empties, I just don't want to go through them too fast just yet. Now, what I will be using those grand soul gems on are probably going to be crafting stuff, like smithing skill. So then I can put a ring on with smithing on it with a real good strong enchantment with that grand soul gem and really get my smithing up. Or I can do the same thing for alchemy. So just a lot to consider before you start, you know, going through things. Alright, so I went to craft my enchanting potion. I'm like, wait, I know for a fact I've picked up blue butterfly wings. The problem is I haven't actually unlocked the spec yet. That's why I was like, whoa, time out. Okay, so now I got that Fortify Enchanting. So it is 12. So the last time I crafted one, it was only 8. So this is a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead, you know, spoil myself here a little bit and craft a couple of these bad boys. 1 per weapon, so that's why I crafted 2. Alright guys, once again, drop that save. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and exercise that potion, the 12% one. Get right in. Go right to Dwarven Bow. And I'm going to do frost damage on one, just like before. And look at the difference, guys. 25 points of frost damage now. Before we were only doing 14, I think. So a significant increase there with that little bit of leveling we just did. Now I'm going to use a Greater Soul Gem like I just talked about doing. Okay, Greater Soul Gem once again. Oh wait, I gotta back out and drink the potion here. Okay, this time I'm going to do Soul Trap just like before. Now I get 8 seconds. I think we were up to 5 before. So again, significant there. Now we are still very early game. We haven't even done anything yet, if I'm being honest. So I just kind of want to give you a quick rewind here of what we've been able to do. Guys, we've gotten our enchanting up to 60, and we've gotten those perks into that accordingly, all the way up to Frost Enchanter, as well as the bonuses. We've gotten smithing to Dwarven. Awesome. We've gotten our archery up. Even better. So next time I level up, I'm going to put that perk point right in to there, and that'll make that bow even stronger. So it'll probably jump from 38 to like 40, maybe even a little more. Alchemy, we got up to 61. Now I don't have the perk into that yet, but that'll come in time. Now I'm level 22. Something I need to talk about here before we get, too crazy is there's a quest we need to do long before we're level 40. So I'm actually going to go way out of our way here and go do that quest. It's completely out of the way, but again, it's an issue, so we got to do that before we're level 40. Alright guys, so here's what we were using. There's my frostbow. 21 and 14 is 35. Not bad for a beginning bow. But now we're pushing 38 plus 25, that's 50, 60... something. So wow, what a jump. And then the Soul's Bow, we were at, 33 with only 5 seconds. Now we're at 38 with 8 seconds. So, not a huge difference in attack power because we had a pretty good bow for that one. That's Elven Bow. Then the Dwarven doesn't quite, match that. But, it's still higher. So, it's still a win. But that 8 seconds makes a big difference. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this round of leveling. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you wouldn't mind, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And folks, we're going to go back out and do some combat. Now, something I started talking about in the beginning of the video is the key to this game is as we level, the game gets tougher. The enemies level too, they get harder to kill, they're better armored, etc. Not only that, they hurt you more. They got stronger weapons coming at you. So, all that being said, the trick of the game is to outpace your own character leveling. So, we're 22 right now, so you want to outpace our leveling with the damage output of our weapons. So this gets back to putting the time in to bump the alchemy, because the potions matter. Putting the time into bumping the smithing the smithing, because the smithing matters. Putting the time into bumping the enchanting, because the enchanting matters. Strategically placing those perk points as you go, because all that matters. All that plays in to that damage output. So now guys, we're not even done. As soon as I get those soul gems and I get, some kind of a clothing item with archery damage bonus, I'm going to take all those soul gems and I'm going to disenchant that archery and I'm going to put it on all sorts of clothing items. And guys, you're just going to watch that attack power. It's going to blow your freaking mind. It's going to just go up insanely fast. You put a couple of clothing items on, that doubles it, triples it. It makes it sick. So, we don't even have that yet. So, you don't even have to go out and recraft this stuff. As soon as we get that archery stuff, we're going to be just killing it on this attack power. So again, guys, we have to outpace our own leveling with our damage output. That really is the key to the game. Alright, folks. Hope that helps you all out. Best of luck and happy hunting.